Welcome back with another episode of NFL season is upon us. Training camps are about to start. This is the Baltimore Ravens edition of season predictions. A backlog on the offseason. They had a lot of additions. I would say the most important ones was Ronnie Stanley. Of course, left tackle is a very important position, as well as Jair Alexander. I think with them having a stacked DB room, they don't have to play him every down, so the injury rate would be probably lower. They're going to rotate him, Chidobe Awuzie, I'm sorry if I said his name wrong, along with Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphrey, and put Kyle Hamilton in the slot and move Marlon outside if they need to, just versatility. Along the offensive line, the two tackles, Roger Rosengarten with Ronnie Stanley, Linderbaum in the middle. Really high on Andrew Voorhees. I really think he gonna come into his own. He may be like borderline Pro Bowler this year, mauler. I think he's a mauler. Along with Daniel Falele, he moved last year from right tackle to right guard. So it's a quick adjustment, but a full off season, and I've been seeing him work out, his workout videos. He's been putting in the work. So I'm really fond of that, along with all the weapons, DeAndre Hopkins, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, along with a faster, stronger, healthier Keaton Mitchell, Justice Hill, Derrick Henry, and Isaiah. And I didn't even mention the tight end room, I think the best in the league. So with that, the only downfall is I do think we're going to have a few kicker woes. Tyler Loop has a big leg, but the accuracy is kind of shaky. And that wind in M&T Bank Stadium and some of the outside stadiums in the AFC North. So with that being said, I'm going to go over this schedule and give you my predictions game by game, how I think it's going to turn out starting week 1. I do think the Ravens will handle their business versus the Bills. I'm sorry, the Bills, they just don't have – I just think the Ravens have a better roster. Week 1 coming in healthy. With the corners, they can lock up the receivers, stack the box. Josh Allen really won't have much to do. So I think the Ravens win that one too. Come on, Browns. It's going to be the Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett are two rookies. So at quarterback. And this is a quarterback league. Come on now, the Ravens. At home opener, win. Week 3, Lamar versus NFC. I'm sorry. Detroit, I think they're going to regress a little bit. They lost basically the interior of the line. To have the two tackles at offensive line, but the interior, Frank Ragnow retired, losing Ben Johnson as the offense coordinator to replace the defense coordinator. So they have a new defense coordinator. So I think it may take time to settle in, just like last year when Zachary Orr had to settle in as a first-year defense coordinator. And it's prime time. John Harbaugh and Lamar, prime time, they win. So I say the Ravens start 3-0. Week 4, I'm sorry, at Chiefs on a short week after a Monday night game. I do think the Ravens lose again to the Chiefs. I know everybody think we over it. I do think the Chiefs are going to be more of an offensive team. Like the year they won, they beat us in the AFC Championship, they were a defensive team. But this year, I think they're going to have to outscore teams because I don't think their defense is going to be as good. I know Spags is going to dial it up, but I don't think it's going to be like early in Patrick Mahomes' era, they had like a 28-29 defense. I think it'll be closer to that, like 25-24 or something around that. But I do think they beat the Ravens this time, and the Ravens start 3-1, and then the Ravens go home and handle business versus the Texans at home. I know the Texans do have a ferocious pass rush. They don't have that big run-stopping defensive tackle, so I think the Ravens just going to run all over them again. I do like their DB room, though. I do. What week's that? Week 6. I do have them beating the Rams because the Rams are coming. West Coast team coming East Coast to play at 12 o'clock. The odds on it is like so crazy, so I just have to pick the Ravens. Plus, I think they're more of a finesse team, and the Ravens are a power team. So it may be getting cold in October, and they might want to run the ball, but they don't, the same as Texans, they don't have like a run-stopping defensive tackle. They have just like all small kind of pass rushers on defense. So, their offense is going to be pretty good, but I think that Ravens defense will be able to handle it. Week 7, bye week. And then coming out the bye week, we have week 8, just John Harbaugh off the bye. Extra preparation. I think the Ravens are going to beat Caleb Williams. I think the Bears are going to be pretty good, but I do think the Ravens coming off a bye is much better. Then on a short week on the road, this is a shocker, but I do have the Ravens losing to the Dolphins. I think it's just like Thursday night games, the odds, majority of the home teams win, so I'm going to just ride with that. I know. And sometimes, with the kicking issues, sometimes just stuff the Ravens, they just have a clunker once in a while, and I think it's going to be this one. Coming off extra preparation from Thursday to the next Sunday, they play the Vikings on the road, but I think they will be well prepared, and they're going to be pissed off that they had a clunker, and they're going to execute very good and beat a young quarterback with J.J. McCarthy at the Vikings Stadium. After that, Week 11 at Browns, I don't care who the quarterback is, the Ravens are going to win. I know the AFC North games be close, but I think by this time, Shador will be starting, and he's just going to get a lesson. John Harbaugh versus rookie quarterbacks is pretty, of course. And then Week 12, we do have the Jets at 1 o'clock. Justin Fields is okay. I'm not too fond of the defense. They lost C.J. Mosley. They didn't really reload on the pass rush, so I'm not a fan of either or their safeties. So I say the Ravens beat them. Week 13 versus the Bengals on Thanksgiving, prime time. I know Joe Burrow expressed his feelings. We need to get one of those primetime games in Cincinnati because he knows Lamar in primetime is just something about it. It activates him and he shines. The Ravens win again. Week 14 versus the Steelers at home, 12 o'clock. This is going to be a win. Extra time from Thursday to the next Sunday. It's like a mini bye week. The Ravens are going to be well prepared and they're going to execute. I do like the addition of Jalen Ramsey at free safety. I know he's going to play free safety for the Steelers. They do have a nice DB room, but I just think the Ravens are well prepared for whatever. Aaron Rodgers, I never seen a quarterback hit that wall like Aaron Rodgers have hit. I'm not saying he's not good, but he's getting older. He's going to be 41 this year, and I just think Father Time is undefeated. It's going to catch up with him. I think it may be this year. And then coming off the next week, I think going to the Bengals next week, I think the Ravens lose versus the Bengals. The Bengals last year, their defense can't get no worse. I'm sorry. So I think with a new defensive coordinator, it'll be some new schemes, new looks, and then it'll be just, even if it's slightly better, they can win a lot more games. And I think this will be maybe like Tucker, he had made like a 57 versus the Bengals last year. It may be the kicking woes that make us lose. I'm sorry to say. The Bengals win that one, Week 15. Week 16 versus the Patriots. Drake May is a young quarterback. They have a good roster. We got kind of a little beef, a little rivalry with Mike Vrabel from his Tennessee days. So if that holds over, I hope Marcus Peters come to the game and get us all revved up. Legend of the game, Marcus Peters. I have us beating the Patriots at 1 o'clock on Week 17, and then Week 16, and then Week 17 at Lambeau. The Packers are the only team Lamar Jackson hasn't beat, and I think he beats them this year. Their DB's room scares me. I know they have two good safeties, but their corners, I would be licking my chops, receivers, because if you betting this year, bet the over. Any passing team, bet the over, because their DBs they might be dead. They might be last in pass yards for sure after they traded Jair. And then it's Jair revenge game as well. I forgot. He's going to go to Lambeau and try to get an interception of Jordan Love. Okay, I like that. I just not thought about that. And then Week 18, I have us losing to the Steelers because I really think we're just going to rest because I think we're going to be playing, in the postseason, of course. I have them 13-4. Next series will be, we doing the AFC North up first, so we're going to do all the teams, all 32 teams, give you my season predictions coming from the smartphone general manager. Let's get ready for the season. It's upon us at the end of this month. We do have football, so let's get revved up. Until next time.